yeah, way for the land free. In the
How about that bandit? You got the mirrors on, son?
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. And if you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strongly about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that Vets On sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
You're listening to the No Limits Radio Show on the Vets On Media Network.
Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for listening to No Limits. We're part of the Vets On Media family. The mission on this show is to have conversations without boundaries.
We have a mission?
We do. Woohoo! We have a mission. It's important. Instead of avoiding topics, we're going to attack those topics head on. We may not agree all the time, and that's okay. We don't have to agree. And we encourage, if you're listening to this show and you have an opposing viewpoint, unlike other media outlets that will not allow you to share that viewpoint or that will cut you off, we'll give you that time. So give us a call. You can call in at 602-399-7787, and you can share your thoughts on what we're talking about, because I promise you, you will be heard. And I promise you that even though Michelle has just quit smoking, she's not going to bite your head off.
Yeah, well, yes, I will, but it's okay. Your opinion was heard. That's all that matters, right? This isn't about let's tell them good job on their opinion or we agree with it. We can absolutely bite their head off, but they were heard. That's all that matters. That's all you get from me today. That's it.
Nice boots.
Nice boots, I say. So, yeah, do you see my little, this is my candy necklace. Do you see this?
I do.
You see this candy necklace? It's huge. It's from the sugar store. Have you ever been to the sugar store?
I have not.
We went this week. We went the day before I quit smoking. So today is day 2 for all you listeners out there. Woohoo! And this was on clearance for $2.
Okay.
So this is my distraction from, when I maybe want a cigarette, I need something to do with my hands, then I can eat these little candies.
Okay.
So yeah, so it is day 2, and I really did okay yesterday until I was driving to Costco, and it was like 3 o'clock.
Now, when you're driving, do you typically smoke while you're driving?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I normally do.
Okay.
So I joined a website for anyone out there who's thinking about quitting. There's definitely 2 things I would recommend. There's a website called there's tons of websites out there as far as to help quit smoking. But the one I joined is called QuitNet. And I definitely recommend that. And then I also read a book called Alan Carr, or the author is Alan Carr, and it's called Easy Way to Quit Smoking.
Okay.
And so that book I think was really, really helpful because it really talks a lot about how brainwashed we are.
Really?
How brainwashed us smokers are.
Okay.
So so that has helped to kind of put a different perspective on it. Because when people quit smoking, everyone says, oh my gosh, that's so hard. And how are you going to give it up? And, what are you going to replace your cigarettes with? And, all these things. I mean, even if you're not a smoker, you've certainly heard it.
Sure.
You might have even said it to a smoker that says,
Sure.
I'm quitting. Oh my gosh, it's going to be hard. So his whole take on it is, why is it hard? What are you really giving up? You're giving up the anxiety that, oh my God, this movie has to be over so I can go smoke my cigarette, or I need to finish my dinner quicker, or, oh, I need to finish this because if I don't get there in time, if I don't get there 5 minutes before, then I can't smoke my cigarette before I do this and this and this. And so it's more of, what are you really giving up? So that definitely helped, but it doesn't mean I haven't had my moments, because I have.
So what is the best way, since it sounds like you're really sharing a lot of programming that we all have been using and not even realizing it. So what's the best way for people around you to support you so that we're not continuing to feed into the programming and the messaging?
You know what? I really have just, one, I have to do it on my own. So people can be supportive, like, sending a little text, I think, is awesome. When you get a little, hey, how's it going? Or great job. Or, I'll get a text during the day that just says, I love you. So those are always great. The website that I've gone to, because it is all smokers that have quit or are in the process, it's great too, because you can hear stories of, oh my God, so I'm not crazy, because someone will post on there like what they just did, they're day 2, and it tells you what day they're at. There's people that have like 5,000 days. There's people that have been quit for years. They still go on there and support newbies, new people not smoking. So I would recommend that for sure, which I can't take credit for that. My brother quit chewing and told me to go on a website called Kill the Can. And I'm like, well, that's just for chewers. I don't really want to go on that one. So that's why I found one, but I would recommend it.
Do you find that the people that are right where you're at, the people that are new, like day 1, day 2, do you feel that what they're sharing resonates more with you than the people that have, multiple days, multiple years?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because not everyone on the site has read Alan Carr's book. Some of them have, and some of them haven't. So I think people that read it and actually listened to what he was saying, I think probably have a little bit of an easier time, because, like I said, your approach on it is different. So I'm trying very hard when I have a bad moment or I have whatever to just kind of laugh at it and say, oh, okay, it's here, it's done, it's over.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. That's kind of my approach is, you know what, they're going to come and I'm just going to embrace it and say, hey, it's part of all of it. Where other people are kind of, well, I'm going to be crabby, I'm going to be bitchy, I'm going to go through withdrawals. And when you read the book, he has a lot of facts. Like in 3 days, the nicotine is out of your system, 100%. So really those withdrawals only happen for 3 days. And that's it.
And beyond that, it's the programming.
It's all the programming.
I am so
yeah,
proud
so
of you,
it's way
Michelle.
different. Well, thank you.
I
am
love-
one day, I will tell you my stats, my Q stats.
Okay.
I am one day, 9 hours, 30 minutes, 34 seconds, 35 cigarettes not smoked, and 6 hours saved on my life, and $10 saved, money-wise.
That
Look at that.
is
all
awesome.
in 2 days.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, so that's
Now,
cool.
you said it was Alan Carr's?
Alan Carr is the author, and it's called Easy Way to Quit Smoking. Now, that was his first book. Alan Carr smoked 100. Listen to this. This is crazy to me, because I was a smoker, and I smoked 25 to 30 a day, and if I drank and smoked more, I felt like shit the next day. I mean, literally felt like shit. This guy smoked at the least amount, 60 a day.
Wait,
but
how many
his
cigarettes are in a
normal
pack?
20.
20.
His normal cigarette consumption, if that's what you want to call it, was 100 a day. He smoked for 35 years, and he quit. And he wrote this book, so Easy Way to Quit Smoking. Now, he has since then written some other books, Easy Way to Lose Weight and things like that. So I can't speak for those because I haven't read them. But if it's as beneficial as what his smoky one is, I would say, hey, give it a shot. It's worth $7.
I will check out the Easy
Check
Way
out
to
Alan
Lose
Carr,
Weight.
Easy Way to Lose Weight.
I'm excited because it sounds like once you made the decision that you wanted to do it, you started finding the resources. And I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
Thank
for you. I love that you've brought this with a no limits mentality, and you're sharing it with everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the brainwashing that takes place in our society. And I want to share with everyone this conversation that I had with a gentleman last night. So I'm at this this get together, and it's a social event. There were some people from media there, and this gentleman who's from Russia, he's now an American, he was sharing with me American propaganda and media. And I immediately said, my immediate trigger was, no, that doesn't happen here. That doesn't happen in our country. And as he was talking about what's going on in Ukraine and the way that the American media is telling the story, he wasn't telling me that any of it was untrue. He just said, let's look at that. Isn't that interesting? And just posing some questions. And I found myself thinking about this. Growing up, I remember hearing about other countries and how they controlled the people through the media. And the way that it's proposed is in a way that says this is a sinister thing. And you just get this image of these evil governments controlling the media, controlling the message, controlling the people. And then I really had to step back and ask myself, wait a second, how different are we here in this country? And not that it's necessarily from a sinister, which was the image that I always had of this control, but how different are we here? Does it happen in our advertising, which also relates to media? Because the advertising dollars are very closely associated to the messages in media.
Absolutely.
Does it happen in our political messaging? And then what about our conversations that we have? We are so brainwashed. We have so much messaging that's been given to us by our political parties that when a controversial topic comes up, instead of stopping and really analyzing the information and having a heart-to-heart conversation, these talking points just start coming out of our brains.
Right. Just things that you've heard. That you haven't even researched it on your own. You just know this because you heard this.
Did you hear about Miss Nevada? Miss Nevada, Miss USA, Nia Sanchez recently was crowned Miss USA on Sunday night. During the pageant, Sanchez, who was a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo, was asked a question about sexual assaults on college campuses. Sanchez suggested that women should get training to learn how to defend themselves. That seems like a pretty harmless statement.
Pretty smart statement.
Absolutely.
As a woman, I would say that's
women should
a great
defend
thing
themselves.
To teach our young population.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Women should defend themselves.
Absolutely.
But thank you, feminists, because here they come with their talking points. Who would think that something like that would be controversial?
I don't understand why the feminists are against this.
I'm going to share with you why the feminists are against this.
Tell me why.
Okay, so where's the page?
Here's this. So let me welcome you all to my world. As a newbie, quit smoking, and I'm trying not to get frustrated. I have Christina over here, who still is not organized. Wait, she's gonna find it sooner or later.
Well, here's one of the talking points. I can just
Okay, she didn't find it, but she's gonna go with it. Go ahead. What was the talking point?
Page 2 isn't here.
I just love that you're so much more organized than me, but not at the same time. Whenever you're gonna do your news, you've got printouts, and she's got all this highlighted, and she's got her pen and paper out. And she's totally organized, and then it never fails. One, wait, this is coming to us from. Wait, what state is this? I don't know what state this is. Let me find the state.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead. Did you find it?
I'm sorry, but women shouldn't need to take self-defense classes to protect themselves from rape. # Miss USA. Miss Nevada was asked about rape. Yeah, that was one of. Sorry, there's page 2 missing. I had the @ symbol of who the idiot person was that said this.
Okay, so why are the feminists upset? In a nutshell,
they're saying that it's encouraging a rape culture. That's what they're saying. They're saying that that men just shouldn't rape women.
Well, that's a true statement. However, since we're not going to be able to brainwash them that it will never happen again. Right. It is unfortunately a society where it is going to happen. Shouldn't the women protect themselves? Shouldn't girls protect themselves?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I just want to let you girls know that I'm playing Crazy by Patsy Cline underneath the song because women are nuts. I'm just letting you know.
Women are not crazy.
Well, these ones are. Can you hear? Yeah, is that okay?
Oh, the feminists.
Yeah. The feminists are nuts. They're crazy. Let's just say it. They're crazy.
Speaking of crazy, you sent me something. And did you ever find it on Twitter? Because I went through their feed and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if they removed it.
I not only found it on Twitter, I had it on page 2
Dear Lord.
of my printouts.
That tweet, and I'm trying to learn the whole Twitter thing. I know everyone. It's 2014. I should know how to do it. My son, who's 11, knows how to do it, for crying out loud. But I don't. But I'm trying. So I am trying to learn how to do Twitter, because I really wanted to tweet back to them, but I couldn't find the post. But it was from an organization called what? Moms Against Guns.
Their hashtag is
Moms Demand Action.
Thank you.
Is what it is.
Okay, so did you see this?
I've been following them. Yeah, they're a bunch of nutty Lindas, if you will.
Oh, Nutty Linda.
Yeah, that's what I call them, Nutty Lindas.
Well, their post, that Christina had sent me, and like I said, I could not find it on their feed, so I don't know if they deleted it. Yes, I do have. So let's go into.
They're not dainty and wonderful like you ladies are. I'm just like.
Thank you for clarifying dainty.
It was, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna research this. I'm gonna make sure, and I figured it was an adjective, and it described you ladies to perfection. So.
Last week, James had called Michelle and I dainty, and apparently the feminist in me went, "Are you calling me weak?"
Hey, I thought the same thing.
But then when he shared the description, I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Should I play Patsy Cline again for the crazy?
Oh, are you saying that I'm crazy?
James thinks that all women are crazy.
Yeah, they do. They are. They're all.
Yeah.
Given what our bodies do to us every month, I think there's a little bit of crazy. I'm just saying. There's definitely crazy.
It's like a payday bar or something.
Here was the thing, though, that this tweet that they put out said that rape lasts for minutes, death is forever. Hashtag gun control. And I gotta say, so once they tweeted that out, I thought, this is another talking point that supports an agenda. This is what they're putting out there. They're putting out there this talking point, and I wonder if the people that then shared it and that believe that, if they're even stopping to think about it, because ask a rape victim
if it lasts for minutes. And that's
a lifetime of trauma.
Absolutely. And what they're also saying is that rape then is okay because it's just a few minutes, but murder is not.
Right.
So that's kind of what they're saying. What I wanted to tweet back to them was, let me have your 16-year-old daughter, and I'm going to go put her on the streets of Los Angeles, follow her around with a gun.
Right.
And I'm going to just put her in situations until someone finds her and rapes her, and I'm going to stand there and watch with my gun and do nothing. Because that's absolutely asinine that they had made that they're moms, that they can make that statement as a mother.
Right. Okay, and I know that you're new to Twitter, but there's no way you could possibly tweet that in 140 characters.
Well, I'd have just to keep going. I would have started with one, and then I would have done another one that would have continued. Can't we do that? Like if you go word for word.
Yeah, one of 18.
It'll say one of 18. I have whatever. I would start a new page just for my response.
That's on Facebook.
Oh,
I've done that when I got into a Twitter war with who was it? Keith Dorson from ESPN. We went back and forth for a while. So you can do that, and it's okay. But
here's the thing, though. Going back to Miss USA and her comments about supporting rape culture. Every one of you that tonight, when you go home and you lock your houses and you set your alarms, you are contributing to burglars and thieves all across the country.
That's right.
So there. Just saying.
If you hold your keys, this way, when you stick one straight out, do you do this when you're walking alone? So you hold your key like this, so one's sticking out, so you can at least
have a weapon.
Yeah, you have a weapon. So if you do that, you're encouraging it.
Let me ask you girls something, because Michelle's never really shot weapons until we kind of got together.
Yeah.
And then Christina,
and we all know that I didn't shoot until we all got together.
And you actually have a machine gun adventure coming up.
I do.
Scottsdale Gun Club, but wouldn't you feel better? I would feel better when I leave, when I go away, that Michelle knows how to effectively fire a weapon, at someone that breaks in versus me trying to hover and be around and count on the dogs to be there. I would rather know that, whether it's the size of a 22 and everybody knows how small that bullet is, but you shove that in someone's face, it looks like a cannon, like a Civil War cannon.
Right.
I'd rather, know that you can handle yourself versus me having to be there all the time, because I worry about, when she goes to work. It's not like she works in the greatest neighborhood, but stuff like that. So what do you guys think? Would you rather be able to carry a gun and effectively protect yourself rather than have me or the your sons or boyfriends or
I want a bodyguard with me 24/7.
like a Kevin Costner? Or
You want Kevin Costner around?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Are we talking
Kevin
Denzel Washington
Costner,
from-
younger, not.
Okay. Oh, younger. Okay.
Yeah.
A younger Kevin Costner?
Yeah, younger.
Oh, what? Because you're 20? How old do you think you are? You're making it
In
sound
my
like
mind.
you're making it sound like Kevin Costner's so old, honey. He's pretty. I mean, he's a little bit older
Is
than
he
us,
our
but
age?
not. Is he in his 50s? He's not. It's not like, honey, he's a grandpa compared to you and I.
He's easy got to be 55. Here, let me research that.
Well, I think
Talk
you
amongst
find out.
yourself.
Okay. All right.
I'm thinking
so-
50-something. So anyway, as
Okay,
a feminist, to answer his question,
Yes.
I would rather know how to protect myself
Absolutely.
than rely on someone to do that.
And I think that gives you a sense of confidence. The place that I work, the office where it's located is really not a great neighborhood. And there have been several times more recently that I've thought I would really like to have a gun. I would really like to have that ability to protect myself. So yeah, I think this gun adventure is going to be, because obviously, I mean, those of you that have been listening to the show for any amount of time, you know that the first time that I really shot a gun was with James, and the first time it really scared the shit out of me. It did. It absolutely scared me.
And as a mom, I want my daughters to know how to protect themselves too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to raise my daughter to be some weak individual that has to rely on other people for protection or anything, protection, money, survival, anything. She as a feminist, that's what she should do. But I'm not so stupid to think that then is encouraging men's behavior. So.
But now you know that now you can look at a weapon and go, it's not going to go off unless I do something to it. It's
Right.
It's like driving a car. You're terrified the first time you do it, but now it's not as scary as it was when you were like 15, 16 years old.
And I know that different types of guns feel differently. Like James, what was the first gun that I shot? The one that has the little thingy that goes around?
That was
The 38?
That was my 38 special.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one scared me.
Okay.
Because
that one
it
has
had
more
a
kick. Yes.
Yes, it had
Has
a lot
kick,
of kick.
yeah.
And after I pulled the trigger, I was standing there going, okay, somebody take this from me because this scares me.
Yeah.
But then the next one,
The Glock.
the Glock,
Yeah.
oh, that was just fabulous. And when I hit the little
The target.
the target, it was like bing, bing, bing. I made contact every single time,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I am a rock
She
star.
goes, that other gun, and then when it hit that thing, and then
It was you were shooting at Mr. Target. If you go to MrTarget.com, he's a good friend of ours. That you were pinging them back and forth, and I think the reason why you liked it had less recoil on it because it was ported, and that's why I understand guys when they give their girlfriends or wives shotguns, don't do that to them because then they're just gonna make them afraid. If you give them an AR-15 and people are like, oh, it's an assault rifle, but it's a really easy to shoot weapon. When I first learned how to shoot it in the Army, the M4, the M16, our drill sergeants, they actually put the buttstock against their crotch to show how less recoil, how the recoil was so minimal that they could do that.
I think the other reason that I really liked shooting it was when you showed me how to do it, you were down on one knee,
Mm-hmm.
and personally, I think I looked like a badass. So I'm just saying.
she's just saying.
Oh,
Well,
be
you
careful.
would really we'll have to go again. And babe, what's the gun that I keep telling you I really want you to get the magazine for?
Oh, the Makarov.
You would really like that gun. That's my favorite gun.
Does it come in sparkly?
It's small. No, but it's just like it's a little smaller than the Glock. So as far as handling it, it's a little more comfortable, and it doesn't have like a kick.
It's a Russian-made
At all?
pistol that I bought
Ooh,
for like.
that kind of sounds like a badass.
I bought it for $80, and now you can't get them for anything less than like $250.
I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like the Americans. Do you watch that show?
No.
They're Russian spies.
Well, maybe if I bedazzled it, I think then.
Get out the bling.
It's got a star on it already.
Shiny,
It's just a
sparkly.
Russian communist star on the hand grips.
All right, Michelle.
Yes.
Give us the WW. This is
Well-
where This is where
Let's
Michelle,
do it in 2 minutes
Yes.
because we have now taken up the majority of our time, but that's okay.
Michelle
So-
searches for the wild, the wonderful, and sometimes weird.
Sometimes weird. Let's do a couple different stories. The first one comes from New Hampshire.
Okay.
Did you hear? This is a weird one. A 20-year-old was charged with prostitution in New Hampshire. Brittany McIntyre approached a man and handed him a pen and a piece of paper. He was an undercover cop, and the two passed notes back and forth until she allegedly asked for $60 in exchange for a sex act. And she did this all at the library. Classy.
Wow.
So yeah,
$60?
she's classy. Yeah, $60. Now I don't know what kind of sex act. I don't know if that was hand, or I don't know what it was. But hey, wonderful. Real quick, because we only have a couple minutes.
Okay.
We talked last week about the World War II Pee Wee. Help me out, people.
The paratrooper?
Yes, the paratrooper Pee Wee. What's his last name? I know it's Pee Wee something. But anyway,
Herman.
there we go.
It was not Herman.
No, it wasn't Herman. But anyway,
Christina just spit coffee.
I say that he started something because George W. Bush had his 90th birthday and he jumped out. He did a parachute jump. So
Tandem.
yeah,
Tandem.
tandem. Yeah,
Because
but so
he has
did
Parkinson's.
but so
and he
did
does-
Pee Wee, the World War II vet. His was tandem too.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't think so, because I
No,
saw him
you're
flat on
right.
his ass when he landed.
Flat on his ass.
He
you
would.
would have been flat on your ass
Oh,
too.
believe me, no, I wouldn't have been jumping out of a perfectly good plane, okay?
Yeah, that
I'm
was the
just
first
saying.
problem, right?
No.
So, congrats, George Bush, and your 90 birthday. So, congratulations. Dog gives birth to green puppies in Spain. They have
Green?
no idea why, but this is on independent.com. The website, a Spanish dog gives birth to two. She had 4 puppies. 2 of them were like lime green, like literally lime green. So if you want to check it out, go to independent.com. And they have no idea, the vet has no idea why they came out this greenish color. One did die. The other one is very weak. They're not sure if it's going to make it and what caused them to come out green. I mean, they're like lime green, like Easter egg green.
That is crazy.
I know.
That is definitely weird.
Yeah, it is definitely weird. You're right. And here is a wonderful, and then I think we have to take a break. So we got to end with one wonderful. Volunteers restore a truck for dying Colorado father to pass on to his daughter. This came from Fox News. A group of strangers put together some time and money after hearing the story of a 12-year-old Madison Event and her father Dallas. They restored a 1969 Ford F-100 pickup truck that has been passed down in their family for generations. So they, the father's father had given it to him, and he wants to leave it to his daughter, who is 12. So the volunteers came in and restored it. So, so there's there's great people out in the world.
And you know what? I really appreciate that you shared a story of great people doing great things. When I shared in the No Limits radio show event and asked people what they thought the biggest problem facing our country, someone had posted that they felt that it was that people had lost heart.
I don't think they have. I think the media, though, doesn't do a good job of sharing those stories.
Exactly.
You know, we're focused on too much other stuff. So
we want your stories.
Absolutely.
If you've got great stories of things that are happening that are feel good, go to Facebook, go to the No Limits radio show, and share in there your feel good stories. We want to hear them and we want to share them. We've got to go to a break, but when we get back, we've definitely got some really good stuff. If you are a business owner or if you are thinking about starting a business and you want to get set up for success, we've got Keith Dorson here with Win-Win Fire Teams, and he's got all the information to help you be successful. So stay tuned. This is No Limits Radio on Vets on Media. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. And if you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in your life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strong about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that Vets On sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you or someone you know suffering from eczema, diabetes, or vitamin deficiencies? Then I can share with you something to help remedy that with health and wellness. It can be a business plan too, which is a great opportunity to meet and interact with all types of people who care about changing lives. So when you are ready to make a difference, call Jamie at 602-295-9969. That's 602-295-9969.
Hey everyone, it's Adam from Vets On. Are you or someone you know looking for employment? Then look no further than iVetX. iVetX is placing veterans with the right hiring companies. Join their mission in putting veterans in inspiring careers with ensured success. Access their national pipeline of military talent for companies. All veterans are pre-screened for 55 soft skill sets, 800 clarification types, education, experience, salary range, and so much more. iVetX can help you find the perfect job to veteran match. Your skills are based on what's needed for success in that job. If you're a hiring company or a veteran looking for your next career, then get started today and go to www.ivetx.com. iVetX, bridging the employer-veteran gap by putting Americans' veterans to work today.
You're listening to No Limits Radio Show on the Vets on Media Network.
Welcome to No Limits Radio. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
And in studio, we have Keith Dorson, who is the CEO for Win-Win Fire Teams. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be here.
Thank you. You're also one of the members of Darn Good Deals, and you've got a darn good deal for all of our listeners.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what your business is and what solution you provide.
Sure. What in the world is a win-win fire team?
Yeah.
Well, most listeners know what win and win is. Everybody benefits or no deal. We don't want win-lose. We don't want lose-lose. Everybody wins. But what's a fire team? Actually comes from the military. Our Navy, SEALs, SEAL Team 6, leave no man behind, make sure everybody's trained. If you're the first SEAL in, you have to do your job. She's the second SEAL in, she has to do your job if you can't. And if he's the third SEAL in, he has to follow in. Love that. It's all about the fire of accountability, putting your feet to the fire, getting the job done. So who's responsible for making sure your business is successful?
Me?
You are.
Right.
The fire of accountability. So that's a fire team. Where's the teams come from? Do we have to build our business by ourselves, or do we have to build a business with other people? We have to do it ourselves. We're ultimately responsible, but we do it with other people. One of the things you probably learned in the military, there's only 4 good responses. Yes, sir. No, sir. No excuses, sir. I don't understand, sir. Every small business owner could benefit from those 4. Yes, no, no excuses, or I don't understand. So what do we do at Win-Win Fire Teams? We help you with those 4. Yes, no, no excuses, I don't understand. Are there things we don't understand as small business owners in the world we live? You bet. That's Win-Win Fire Teams in a nutshell.
And as part of, okay, so Win-Win Fire Team, so you're coming together with other business owners?
You betcha. And what's really nice is you want business owners from different backgrounds. So there's realtors, there's doctors, there's dentists, there's chiropractors, there's people coming out of the military that are saying, how do I start that entrepreneurial path? I've had excellent training, but one of the things I didn't learn is how to start my own business.
Right.
Or we've got people that have started businesses saying, I'm successful, I'm up to a good level, but I'm plateaued. How do I break through that plateau? I know I'm supposed to have even more success. Or we've got owners that have already been amazingly successful, but now they're on the hamster wheel and they don't quite know how to exit gracefully. How do I exit this? How do I get out and sell my business for maximum value? So it's all about building accountability, building value. Is your business worth what you think it's worth?
Is the benefit of having multiple businesses together that sometimes I might be too close and I can't see the flaws in my business?
You have industry brain think. You think the way your industry taught you to think. So for example, most of us have been through a drive-through. Some of us listening may be in a drive-through right now. Where did the idea for a drive-through come from? Did it come from the food industry? No.
No, probably the people.
They stole it from another industry called banking. Somebody was passing coins through a teller, and then the fast food guy says, well, we're not as busy as we could be. What if we had a drive-through window? And now almost every restaurant has a drive-through window. They borrowed it from a different industry. Same thing when it comes to small business owners. We think we have all the answers. We need to think outside the box a little bit. So I like salsa makers, in with chiropractors, in with dentists, in with all sorts of professionals. If I had all of the same, I'd dynamically change that up a little bit.
Sure. And it would be hard to have all of them the same, probably sharing honest feedback with each other.
They all think the same. You want to purposely get some people outside of your area because they just look at the world a little differently.
So you're part of Darn Good Deals.
Yes.
And what is the darn good deal that you have for everyone?
The darn good deal is this country has some challenges. The Chinese have an old saying. It's actually a curse. May you live in interesting times. Would you agree we're living in some pretty interesting times?
I would agree. We're living in some pretty interesting times.
So we want to catch people doing things right. So the darn good deal is see what you're doing, see what your neighbors are doing. If you catch them doing something nice, let us know about it. If we agree, the discount will be significant.
Really?
How significant? How nice is it we caught him doing something? So I found somebody the other day out doing landscaping. I go, well, you don't have this section of land. Why are you taking care of it? Well, the landscapers keep missing it. They can't seem to find this one section of no man's land. He got his truck there 3 Saturdays in a row because I go jogging. I jog by him, and he's taking care of it. He's going to the fire team for free.
Really? For free?
For free. Because it's nice to catch people doing things right. So if you find people that are doing amazing things, tell us about it. If we like the story well, it'll be good for your program. It'll be good for us. I think they call that a win-win.
That is definitely a win-win, and that's definitely a darn good deal.
You bet. We do what I call pro bono work every year because there's people that need to have the coaching, and they say, I'm not sure where to go. That's what we're here for.
Okay, so tell them where to go to connect with you and to share the feel-good story that they've
You'll
seen.
never guess this site. It's called winwinfireteams.com.
No, that's too easy.
Isn't that clever? winwinfireteams.com.
You've got to make it harder for us.
No, we set up the domain the right way. No tricky letters, no capitalization, no upper and lower.
Is there a hyphen in there?
Not even
Underscore?
not even a hyphen. winwinfireteams.com.
Sounds like a win-win.
If you can do those 4 words, you got it. I guess the .com's required, so 5
If you
words.
can't spell them, he doesn't want to help you.
We have
There's another class for you.
yeah, there's an earlier class. Yeah, before we get to the
Something else.
Yeah, there's the 101, 202, 303. That's the precursor stuff.
Okay. Keith Dorson, CEO, founder of Win-Win Fire Teams. We've been talking about your darn good deal,
You bet.
and it's definitely a darn good deal.
Awesome.
Giving people the ability to seek out the good news. I mean, definitely a tie-in with what we were talking about earlier in the
Catch
show
your neighbor.
today.
Mhm.
Yes, catch the good. I
Mhm.
love that.
Mhm.
You know, some people have been doing business for quite a long time.
Yes.
And what are some, and I'm sure that you've worked with a lot of business owners,
Mhm.
what would you say are some of the common mistakes that you're seeing out there?
Well, one of the things I do is I sit down. If you ever remember an old Walt Disney movie called Aladdin, do you remember he finds a lamp, he runs into a genie. Robin Williams is a voice actor, does a wonderful job, comes out and says, I'm going to grant you 3 wishes. But the only rule is you can't have more than 3 wishes. I've asked a lot of small business owners, if you could have 3 business wishes granted, what would they be? The same ones pretty consistently come out. Number 1, how do I get more customers, more clients than I can possibly handle? In essence, I want to be booked solid. I want to just be in demand. That's a common wish I get. How can I be booked solid?
Okay.
So today I'll grant that wish.
Okay.
It's backwards of what you'd think. You would think, I have to go let everybody know. I got to get the word out there. You actually are wasting too much life energy units, precious time, with people that are pulling you down. So if you wanted a beautiful wardrobe, what would be your first step?
Shopping.
Almost. Clear out the closet
Oh,
first.
okay.
Make room, and then go shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly correct. Same thing. So if you want to have really good clients, really amazing customers, the first thing you need to do is fire all the ding-a-lings. Now, what do we call ding-a-lings? We call them PITAs. P-I-T-A. Pain in the asset. Okay,
In
we
the
had to tweak
asset?
that last one. Yeah, okay.
We
This
don't
is-
have any FCC
I
regulations.
wasn't sure on the radio here. So,
We
okay,
can say
Okay,
anything.
we cleaned that
You're
up
good.
just a tad. Okay. So if you're dealing with PITAs all the time, people that are time sucks, people that waste your life, people that don't honor and appreciate what you're doing, you don't have time to go find the people you really do need.
So do you actually say no to those people?
Oh, yes. Some of your best customers are the ones you say yes to. Some of the better customers are the ones you say, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Wow.
It works both ways. So one of the things they ask is, how can I be book solid? Number two, I say, if we grant that wish today, and there's smoke and there's sparks, and you're in, you have a second wish, and the second wish they ask is, how do I build systems so that I don't have to be here all the time? Because you granted my wish, and now I'm book solid, but now I have no life. Can I get balance back? Can I get a little bit of time in my own life back? I don't want to work 80 hours a week. Thank you. I'd like to work 4 hours a week.
How's that
So
possible?
how do we go from 80 to 4? Surround yourself with good people. Other people, and learning from other people and getting smart about how you do it. So that's a second wish that I get all the time. And the third one is, if we do that, all I want to be is financially independent. That's it. Just a simple little small business owner wish. Make sure I have more than enough money all of my days, because I don't want to have life left and no money left, because that would be a bummer.
Right.
Those are the 3 wishes. We grant them all the time.
You know, it's interesting. When I met you 7 years ago, when we had first launched Darn Good Deals.
You bet. Way back at the beginning.
Yes. Every answer you gave me, and this is why I have Keith on today. This is why I have him here for everything, for everyone to benefit from. Our first go round with Darn Good Deals was not successful because there were things that Keith shared with me that hurt my brain and didn't match with the programming of how I thought it was supposed to be.
Right.
I thought, no, there's no way I can work 4 hours.
Right.
It has to be harder. It has to be work. And everything that he shared with me, as the business was not succeeding, all of those messages came flooding back, and I realized where we went wrong.
I think those were called good flashbacks.
Those were great flashbacks. Those are great flashbacks. I have to say, yeah, learned a lot, and that's why we have Keith here, because I want everyone that is either starting a business, thinking about launching a business, or in the business, and if something's not working, I really want you to check out Win-Win Fire Teams. So speaking of starting a business,
Okay.
what would you say are some of the resources out there that you think entrepreneurs should know about?
Finding a coach, finding a friend, finding a mentor, finding anybody that's got real world experience. What you don't want to do is have academic help, because at that point you're past that. You're into very practical. So I would challenge you to find somebody that's failed, because I find that people that have failed have real world experience.
Right.
They know what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison, they said that failure up on Menlo Park, he doesn't know how to make a flipping light bulb yet. He says, no, I have not failed. I just know 1,400 ways not to do it.
Right.
So if you talk to somebody that says, I've always been successful, that would scare me. Ask somebody that's actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, a couple of good failures. So give yourself permission to flop, to fail, to crash and burn. It's not important about whether you crash and burn, because we all will if you're doing something. Will you get back up? How fast you get back up after you've been knocked down? If it takes you 6 months, that's a long learning curve. That's a long time. Takes you 2 weeks, you're getting better. You got knocked down, you popped up. 2 hours, you hardly even noticed it. 2 minutes, shake it off and move on. Now we got somebody. So find somebody with some practical experience, friend, neighbor, retiree, that'll help you in that process. And then ask them one question. What's your money back guarantee? I mean, if I work with you, I spend my life energy units with you, you spend time with me, how do I know this is going to work? How do I get proven results? So our money back guarantee is pretty unique. I ask you one question at the end of the year coaching. Christina, did you benefit? Did you learn? In your opinion, did you get value for the money you spent? And if you say no, I'll hand you your money back, 100%. Now I'm going to give you a disclaimer. What the big print giveth, the fine print taketh away. In 5 years we've been doing this, no one's asked for a single refund.
Wow.
So I'm pretty confident it works.
What about your business? Have you seen What have your challenges been, and how did you overcome them?
Peaks and valleys. I'm in the process, and I'm proud to say this, one of the things I do as a chief rainmaker. So I do sales. Rainmaker means you have to make it rain. You have to bring in the sales for the organization.
Okay.
It's a very emotional business. You have days and months when you're saying, that was unflipping believable, the most amazing month I've ever had in my life. You have other ones you're going, oh, man, flat on my back again. Now I got to get up. I remember the first time I lost a customer. She died.
Oh.
I felt bad. Down in Sun Lakes. They get old. Sometimes you pass away. That's the cycle of life.
Right.
I took it personal that I no longer had her as a customer. And then I realized it wasn't my fault.
Right.
The gentleman ended up getting remarried and picked up another client and everything's good. Stuff happens. This is very emotional.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is don't take it personal.
Enjoy it. Realize that's how it goes. Hear the voice of experience of people that have been through this and enjoy every day. I also try to ask people, what should I be learning from you today? Because we all have wisdom. Talked to a gentleman the other day. I said, what should I learn today? He says, I've survived 3 different kinds of cancer. Savor something every day. That's good advice coming from anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a 3-time cancer survivor tells you savor something daily, you're going to do it.
You know, I asked you, what is it that makes your business, product, or service unique? And your answer I found very interesting. True peer and coach accountability and wisdom daily. So tell me, how does that work?
Okay. So right now, without a coach, how are you accountable? Who are you accountable to? Spouses? Significant others? Do you have an advisory board? Most small businesses owners, when I say, do you have an advisory board? Who do you report to?
Mm-hmm.
You're not a CEO of a large company, but do you report to anybody? Once a quarter, once a year? Who do you report to? Do you have accountability built into the system? And I go, no, if I don't do it, nobody really knows. Really? So drive that in. If you have a fire team, if you're supposed to do homework, because we only meet every other week, on the off weeks you're doing homework. Guess what they're going to ask you the next time we get together? Did you get your vision done? Did you get your homework done? And after a while, the coach doesn't drive in accountability. The peers do.
The peers.
Because they're saying, I don't want to come back because I didn't get my homework done. Drive in that accountability. All successful people have that.
So when someone comes to the Win-Win Fire Teams,
Mm-hmm.
do they have to have a business plan already? And what, I mean, you know, you hear people say, well, what's your business plan? What's your business plan? I mean, what is a business plan? Is it a living, breathing document? Is it something that's written on Post-it notes? Is it something formal? What's a business plan?
Right.
What's a good business plan?
I would say the answer to that, there's 2. There's the formal one you think of that has software. It's 250 pages. It's got break-even analysis. The bank's going to look at it and give you thumbs up or thumbs down on a $250,000 loan. That business plan is unique. We don't normally have to do those. The business plan we do at Win-Win Fire Teams is a 2-page document. I've already created it for you. It's got all the questions. The template's there. And it asks the owner the right questions for the next year. So we save a lot of time. So we can sit down in probably 35 minutes and you can walk away with a business plan. The owner has it in their head. We just take the time to write it down. What's coming? What's important? What crises are we facing right now that you could be part of the solution for? That could be part of the business plan. What are the trends? Do we think interest rates are going up or going down? Do we think Hillary's going to take over as the next president? You got the idea. The bottom line is there's all sorts of things happening. How does that impact your business?
Sure.
That's a business plan. Short, sweet, laser focused. Not for the bank, for you.
And then I would imagine that that's going to change as
Every year. I ask most business owners, do you have a vision? And they said yes. And I say, can I see it? And they go, no. And I go, why? They point to their forehead.
It's a vision.
Yeah, it's in their head. Take the time to get some of these great visions you have. As a small business owner, you're thinking all the time. Take the time to get it documented. Write it down. And that's what the coaching program does. With your peers, you're getting organized, you're getting focused, and you're getting results.
So the problem that your business solves is?
Making sure there's accountability. Making sure you do what you say you want to do. We will never tell you what to do. You come in and say, this is what I want to do, then we'll help you build the financial pathways to get there. So I like you to bring your own dreams. Bring your own vision. But you're saying, I'm not sure how to do it all. I got some interesting challenges. That's what we help with.
Do people ever come into the Win-Win Fire Team and share with you their dream, their vision, and do you ever tell them, that's batshit crazy? Or maybe you don't want to go down that road.
No, but we do it in incremental steps. One particular client wants a G5, a Gulfstream 5. It's a multi-million-dollar aircraft.
Okay.
The reality is we got him one. It's the mahogany wood model. So you can't say you can't have the G5. You just say the real one didn't work in the budget right now. So the answer is you have to dial it down sometimes. Realistically, he'll probably get a Cessna 182, teach his granddaughter how to fly and do amazing things. So I'm not going to say you can't do what you want to do. But at the level he was at, that was really big step. So we have to do it in increment steps. But you never say no. It's America.
You never say no. It's America. It's America. You know, when you were sharing with us about what a fire team is, where did your knowledge of a fire team come from?
Excellent. Basically, what I realized is I've got letters after my name. I've been through the academic system, and all the stuff I've really learned, I had to undo some of the formal stuff. So the favorite letters after my name right now are know, like, and trust. That's not an official degree you can get at any college campus anywhere. Because I found out that you have to know people, they have to like you, and then they have to trust you. And if you can get those letters after your name, those are my favorite ones. I found people with multiple letters after their name and they can't find their butt with both hands. So it's not about the letters. It's what you've learned and what you've unlearned. So if I asked you, what's an important lesson you thought was true, but you've undone some of that programming and you've undone it. So give me a lesson unlearned, not just a lesson learned. And then I'll share one with you.
Oh, you actually want me to?
Absolutely. This is live.
Okay, so a lesson learned was that in order to be successful, I have to do a lot of work.
Right.
Yes.
That maximum hard, brute effort will pay results.
Yes.
Okay. And you've now discovered that
I can have systems in place and I don't need to be doing a lot of busy work.
And successful people seem to not work proportionally harder. They seem to work proportionally smarter.
Right.
Good.
The first time around when we did Darn Good Deals, I thought that in order to say that a business was a darn good deal, I had to comparison shop them.
Right.
I had to, and so by comparison shopping them, I would call their competitors and see what their pricing was, because I felt like I had to, if I was going to say that a business was a darn good deal, I had to prove it.
That's right.
When the business concept didn't work the first time around, I kind of went into the trenches, so to speak, and
retooled.
Yes, retooled. It was my Gallipoli, if you will. I mean, I definitely went into the trenches, learned things differently, and came back and looked at it once the pain of the first failure subsided.
She's back up. Yep.
Yeah, I'm back up, and I'm able to look at it with fresh eyes. I realized I don't have to prove it. I just have to make sure that every business that is on Darn Good Deals offers something that is exclusive that consumers cannot get anywhere else.
Perfect.
That makes it a darn good deal. And I don't have to do all of this crazy work.
So you're no longer the Better Business Bureau.
Exactly.
You're refocused on what you're really all about, the value that you truly add.
Exactly.
One of the lessons I had to unlearn is I didn't even realize it. I was so conservative. I was told that if you bought and hold things, you'd be fine. So if you just bought a good company and you held it forever, that was great. What could go wrong with that advice? Well, back in the 90s, that was probably pretty good advice because everything was going up. You know, when the tide comes in, all ships go up, even the crappy ones. Then I heard about day trading. Oh, that's got to be the truth because you can just get there to do stock trading in your underwear. That's just as crazy the other side. So too conservative is an extreme. Too liberal is an extreme. Where's truth usually hang out?
In the middle.
We've had to learn and unlearn that. So just because you think it's true, shake up the software. Sometimes our computers have better software running in them than we do.
Right.
The fire teams were about, let's check your software. Let's do some upgrades at that level. In other words, how do you boot up every morning? What goes through your mind first thing in the morning?
A cigarette.
No. That used to be 2 days ago. That was true.
Oh, no, it's still true. The first thing that I think of is checking every social media site. That's I mean,
part of your wiring, and that's the way.
Yes.
What if you had, as a small business owner, a written vision, and you read it out loud with feeling and emotion first thing in the morning? So instead of booting up your computer, or while it's booting up, you're booting up. And you read that same vision statement out loud with feeling and emotion before you went to bed at night. So twice a day, one's for the conscious, one's for the subconscious,
Mm-hmm.
you're going, I'm writing my own programming. I get to write my software. Is that what the really successful people are doing? Instead of letting the world and the media do your programming? We have to unlearn that.
Is that what they're doing?
Everybody wants part of your mind. We want it back.
I was going to say something, but I'll be nice.
What?
I was going to say, well, I don't know if we really want Christina's mind back. Okay, see, I told you I was going to not say it, but you wanted me to say it, so I said it. So be mad. Anyway.
I love you.
I love you too.
When you are not helping to create these win-win fire teams, when
Okay.
you're not at the office helping businesses to be successful, what do you do in your spare time? Who is Keith Dorson as a person? What do you like to do?
Anyone that knows me knows I've been bitten by an aviation bug long time ago. So I like jumping out of perfectly good airplanes. I like flying airplanes. I like radio-controlled aircraft. Anything that's got anything to do with aviation, I'm probably there.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Why
What
not?
does that feel? Okay, so how many times have you jumped out of an airplane?
Multiple.
Okay, and what was the feeling like the first time that you did it?
How do you spell relief? It's not ROLAIDS, okay? It's not some old commercial from a media response.
Okay.
It's full deployment. When that chute's open and the air is coming through it and you're saying, I'm going to be able to live and talk about this. It is absolutely amazing. So when the parachute on your back opens, it's great. Do you know what's under the altimeter on the front of you? A spare chute, just in case. So I've never bungee jumped. God bless all the bungee jumpers out there, because there's no spare cord. But parachuting makes a lot more sense to me, because if plan A doesn't work, you have a plan B. So it feels exhilarating. It's amazing.
I'm so scared right now for him. Like,
my wife jumps out of good airplanes too. She's
Really?
even gone higher and farther than I have. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
what does it feel like when you hit the ground?
Well, my wife runs out really smoothly and fast, and I usually land on my duff. But either way, I'm still happy to be down, so it works out really well.
See, but you just said happy to be down. So it's a relief for you when you actually land alive? Is that
yeah, because you know that's another thing on your bucket list. It's another fear that you may have overcome. It's just wonderful. The other thing is I would not suggest doing it in the summer in Arizona because of the thermals and the lift. It will take you forever to get down. They put you in a really big chute because they want you to have a nice experience and come down slow, and you can drift up there for days. And eventually they talked to you on the radio and said, you might want to actually, let out some little air and get down here. So
what
it's
is
kinda
the
fun.
speed that you're actually descending?
Like a bird soaring. So it's slow. It's awesome.
Wow.
I wouldn't do it without a parachute.
How long does it take?
Changes the
So
speed.
on
That's smart.
You're one
Just a little
smart cookie. So on average, how far is it, and I know there's different heights you can go, but let's say if Christine and I, which we're not, but let's say we decided today, let's go do a tandem jump. We're going to do it.
Okay.
So what is the height that's going to be at, and how long is it going to take us to feel that relief when we land?
In the old days, I'm going to go back, they didn't do tandem jumps. So you would do it from about 3,000, 4,000 feet. So you'd see the fields, it'd be beautiful, you'd come down. Now, I don't even know if they offer it that way. Now almost everything's tandem. So tandem is going to be about 13,000 feet. So you're going to fly and leap out of the back of the airplane and have a blast.
And how long is it going to take to get down from that 13,000
A lot of it
feet?
depends on the temperature. Because again, if you're going to, once the parachute opens, now it slows you down. So that's when the temperature kicks in. When you're just free falling, you've got your nice 10 minutes, 8 minutes. It's not forever. Plus short an hour and a half movie.
You free fall for 8 minutes before you put your parachute up?
It
No
depends
way.
on your altitude
Really?
and where you want to go, sure.
Hell no! No way!
You can change your airspeed and go a little faster if you want. It's okay.
No way! No way! No way! You are never getting me to do that.
It's better than sex. It's better than any drug. Probably you'll.
Did you really just say that?
Well,
and I'm
it's-
in the room?
No. Well, I guess you were talking bad sex, but. We'll say sex with exes since you're wearing your shirt over there, Michelle. But not sex with you, babe. Not sex with you. It's awesome, but I'm going to tell you it's better than any type of drink or roller coaster. It is literally one of the you're high for hours and then you just crash and you fall asleep. It's that awesome.
And by the way, soloing an airplane is the same way. So that's when you take off, go fly around, bring it back all by yourself, and you don't jump out of it. The only weird part is the first time you go on an airplane without a parachute on your back seems kind of strange. Once you've been parachuting.
Those little solo planes, they're always the ones that you hear about crashing. that scares me. Like the little single engine, some guy.
Check the stats sometime of commercial air travel versus general aviation, the small planes, versus driving in your car. You don't even want to do the study.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. And driving in a car, my chances of surviving that accident, I would think, are better than a plane crash.
Not even close.
All right.
Yeah, dude, that's
Well,
a little
all right, we'll-
side research
all right.
project.
That's something the media has taught you to believe.
That's right.
And you need to unlearn that thought, Christina.
That's something my mom taught me to believe.
And don't even check jaywalking. That gets worse. So there's risk in everything. Just enjoy it and be here.
You know, I will say, okay, James, you brought up a good thing for me to consider. I love roller coasters. Like, I am not afraid of roller coasters. Give me the biggest, baddest, tallest roller coaster, and I am happy with that. So,
okay.
I heard what you said about jumping out of a plane.
Right.
And I am going to consider it.
Why don't we do this? They have that.
Oh, no,
thing
you're
that's
scaring me.
I am not jumping out of a plane. You do not have to be scared. There
Last
is
time-
no way in hell I will ever jump out of a plane.
The last time you said, why don't we do this, it was followed by, we're taking a Harley Davidson class. We're going to learn how to ride motorcycles.
Right. We still have to do that. But there is a company called Skyland. What's it called, James? Help me out. They're veteran-owned, actually. It's called
Skydive Arizona.
Skydive. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well, what does
Skydive.
this company do?
Basically, it simulates you jumping out of a plane.
Okay, that
But
might
you're
be a
not
good
really
first-
jumping out of
It's
a
a
plane.
big fan.
Yeah.
Basically, it's an old aircraft motor with a fan that basically you're in a wind tunnel and then you can float, but that's a totally different experience. It's nice to be propelled by the air coming up. You do get the wind in your face.
Yeah.
It's not skydiving.
But that's what we're going to try.
Okay, it's a good precursor.
See?
It'll get you started. It's
So
a
how
good
about we
entrance
try
step.
that?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay, we'll try that.
we'll try that. I'll try that. All right. Keith Dorson, Win-Win Fire Teams. Thank you so much for joining us
Pleasure.
here today on No Limits Radio. I encourage everyone to check out the website, winwinfireteams.com, and check out his darn good deal on darngooddeals.com. We're going to be back in just a couple minutes, and we have a very fun game. Keith, will you join us for this fun game?
Be happy to.
Okay, awesome. This is No Limits Radio. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
That was great.
Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in their life. I'm no different.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's James from
We didn't get a
VetSong.
chance to talk about
Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strong about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that VetSong sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
Some people can't do it for more than 5. You can work up to
Would your goal be to get you and your family out of debt?
just
I can
don't
show
listen
you
to
how thousands of people and families are doing just that. This is a business plan made simple. We offer everything from weight loss products to green cleaning solutions. Whether you're interested in making it a full-time or part-time opportunity to become debt-free, or if you are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, call Jamie at 602-295-9969. That's 602-295-9969.
Breaker, 19. How about that bandage? You got some ears on, son?
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. And if you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Do you need an extra push to start your day? Well, then tune in to Addie's Radio. Addie's Radio is a show that explores tough questions in an open and fun forum. The program also engages hard-hitting issues concerning veterans' physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. This show airs every Tuesday from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Vets On Media Network. Addie's Radio is hosted by Jesse James, a combat veteran of Afghanistan, so he knows the problems that veterans face every day. Jesse provides you guidance each and every week to be a better you. So tune into yourself each week by tuning into Addie's Radio. Go to vetsonmedia.com for show details.
You're listening to No Limits Radio Show on the Vets On Media Network.
All right, welcome back to No Limits. We've been learning about win-win fire teams. We've got Keith Dorson in studio with us. I'm Christina.
And I'm Michelle.
And James is running the board for us. James, one of the founders of Vets On Media.
Good morning. I'm putting together. I've got some stuff. I put together something for the 80s, and Sam had sent me some stuff over, and she's like, "You can do this if you want." So I figured we'd do a little speed round first. If you guys want to put your headphones on, you can listen to. You're going to need it for at least the second portion because I'm going to be playing some music, and that's how you're going to go in. Now, the speed round is going to be 1 minute. I'm going to just ask you a question. You guys give your answer, and it's just random. The next set is going to be all about the 80s. So we got 80s food, TV shows, music, and then television shows. So the music, you're going to hear it through your headphones. So this is just a speed round, and this is what Sam came up with. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1: would you rather a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion?
Zombie.
Alien invasion.
Zombies.
Zombies? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Why would you rather zombies than aliens?
This is the 1 minute round, Christina.
Okay, sorry.
Next.
Okay, number 2. Would you rather die at 25 a billionaire or die at 85 as a nobody, poor, but not like on the streets poor?
25 billionaire.
25 billionaire.
Nah, 85.
I don't like either option.
Fourth choice.
Oh, I'm going to take the old person.
You're going to take the old person?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last one before we start the 80s. Would you rather marry Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt? Now, you're going to be out of this one right here, but you're more than welcome.
Well,
they're both hunky, but, whatever. Now, you can say, Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, 25 or now, whatever you want.
Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt? I'm going to say Brad Pitt.
I'm going to say Brad Pitt.
Johnny Depp's a little bit weird.
Yeah, I'm saying Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Yep.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. All right. All right. Are you ladies ready to start the 80s?
Hold on a second.
Yes.
I want to go back to the alien invasion versus zombie apocalypse. He didn't say that the aliens were bad. I mean, just because there's...
But what we know of them and the probing, would you want to be probed? I would rather take the zombie. I'll take my chances with the zombies.
But maybe we could negotiate with the aliens. There's no negotiating with zombies.
That's right. Zombies kill them and be done. There's no reason to even think.
He also didn't say the zombies were bad. We assume that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're good zombies.
Maybe they're nice.
Eat it.
Maybe they're like they're brainless zombies, like Congress or something like that. You know what I mean?
So we already have a zombie invasion.
Exactly.
We're there.
All right. First song. Remember to buzz in with your name.
Okay.
You have to name the song and the artist. Okay.
The song and the artist?
Yes.
Ah, shit. I'm not winning. Michelle.
Okay.
It's Michael Jackson. Beat
What's-
it.
Or is it Weird Al Yankovic? Eat It.
No, it's Michael Jackson.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is it Beat It?
No, it's not Beat It. Shit.
You lost. All right. Michelle's out. Christina.
It's the shit. The video has the lights everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the lyrics to the song are in there. So do you know the answer?
I know the video. I know
should
it's
get
Michael
half.
Jackson, and the lights were coming up, and it's
Okay, Christina doesn't know.
It's Not My Lover.
yes.
She's just a girl that
Yes.
thinks that.
Oh my God, they're giving so many hints.
Come on, guys.
I know it.
All right, do you guys bow out and we're going to let Michelle answer it?
Billie Jean.
There we go.
That's it.
I knew it as soon as the music got a little further. I was like, damn, that's not Beat It.
All right, we're just gonna go through all the music at one time, so we
Okay,
got them all over
all right.
because I think this is fun. All right, next one up. Here you go. Here you go, everybody. This one's
Bon Jovi?
okay. Is it Bon Jovi? Is that a question or a statement?
It's Bon Jovi.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the song!
Because I can say it if I know it, right? Or
Well,
Keith, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys can. And it's 1 point to 1 point. So if you can get 2 points on the one because one for the artist and one for the song.
Okay, well, I got the artist.
So you
It's
got
Bon
the artist.
Jovi.
Girls are supposed to know this.
I know!
For God's
I totally know this song, but I don't know the name
I don't
of
know
it.
the name of the song.
Are you serious?
I don't know the name.
So we have to wait to the chorus?
Do you know
Just
it, Keith?
tell us.
Of course I know. I put the questions together. What are you talking about?
I was asking you.
Oh, okay. You guys don't guess it before the chorus. Only 1 point's awarded to Christina.
Do you know it, Keith?
Rob's taking.
No. I know it's Bon Jovi, but I don't know the name.
This was the first concert that I ever went to.
Okay.
So,
Was it really?
No, I went to Michael Jackson's.
Hold on to what we got.
Living on a Prayer!
There we go. Okay, she got it.
2 points.
2 points to Team Christina. There you go.
Woo!
Christina.
All right, we're going a little bit harder with this.
Shit. We're in trouble.
This was already hard. Jesse's Girl?
Nope.
No.
Nothing?
I don't know the band, and I'm not going to know the band.
Rick something or other?
Nope. Come on. You know my favorite
The
car?
artist is Sting.
Yes.
Oh!
But what's the band?
Police.
Oh, he's got, okay.
Oh.
He's got one.
He has sex for hours and hours and hours.
Keith does?
Good job, Keith. High five up top, buddy.
Every move you make.
Sting.
Yeah, it's every move you make. He's got it right.
Well, I'll give it to you. Every breath you take.
Oh, every
So
breath
I'll-
you take.
okay.
We'll give it to, we'll give it to him.
Because he goes for hours and hours.
Well, Keith
According to Chris.
got both questions.
Sting. He
All right,
meditates, and I remember hearing this thing about how he has sex for hours and hours and hours because of yoga and meditation.
I need to get on some yoga and meditation. Man.
No, you don't.
No.
No girl wants hours and hours and
No,
hours.
no.
Sorry.
My harem. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, next one up. This one's getting a little bit harder, but these are all from the 80s. It was the top 10, but the list is subjective. So here we go.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes. Okay, Keith's got that. Love this song. Nothing, girls?
Crazy Train.
There we go. Keith's got there's.
Man, now he's
Look at-
kicking our ass. Who asked him to play? No, I'm just kidding.
Takes a while to warm up. It's worth it.
Unless you're Sting, and then you can go for hours and hours. All right. So next one, here we go.
The group is Heart.
Okay, 1 point to Keith.
It's shit. This is like my favorite song, isn't it, babe?
Mm-hmm.
It starts with a T, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
As in the?
No, not as in the. It's shit.
Come on. It's the opposite of being with somebody. We'll give you a
Alone?
hint. There you go. All right.
Perfect. That works.
Yay!
All right.
We might be better at that game. Let's play opposite.
All right. If you guys
Sounds like-
if you guys don't get this one, I don't even know what to do. Okay.
Journey.
There we go. It's 1 point for Keith. Come on, you're Michelle. You're a small town girl, living in a lonely world.
I know it's
Jeez.
The wheel goes round and round.
shooting your head.
Oh my God. Took the midnight
train.
It's Midnight Train.
It's not Midnight Train.
Lonely girl.
I'm telling
small
you,
town girl.
every Filipino in the Philippines is going nuts right now because you guys aren't getting because they love Journey. Come on.
I don't know.
It's not like Sister Christian. That's a whole different group.
Was that Journey?
That's Night Ranger.
Oh.
That's Night Ranger. That's right.
Come on. We're almost to the chorus.
I don't know it.
Hold
Give
on,
me a hint.
We're gonna get
Give
it.
me a
Once the
clue.
chorus goes, I'll start singing it. I know the song.
You guys believe in God?
Amen.
Do you, no.
The song is Amen.
No.
Bibles.
Come on. Nothing? It goes on and on and on and on. Nothing?
Strangers?
Strangers?
No.
In the night.
Nope.
Boulevard. I'm just throwing out words that are in the song.
Babe, we don't know.
Nothing?
You can have
Nothing.
the song.
You got it. Nothing.
All right. It's Don't Stop Believing. Don't stop. Here,
Well, where are those words in this song? I call bullshit. If you're gonna name a song something, then it should be like that. The name of the song
like the
should
hook
be.
should play like every 20 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. I call bullshit.
So no points are awarded for that. Well, actually no. Keith got.
Yeah, Keith got the group.
Keith got the group. All right. Would you guys like any music? Do you just let this play out for, or any one of the songs? Would you like to
Just
to
let
play
this one play out.
Okay. Some will lose. Yeah, that's you guys.
So is that it for the game?
That's it for the music part.
For the music part.
Okay.
For the music
I
portion.
only have 1 point. I better be better at this other stuff.
Okay.
How many
Okay.
points are we at right now?
Yeah. Give us an update.
What do we got here, Rob?
Okay, current tally: Michelle 1, Christina 3,
Woo!
and Keith leading the pack with an awesome 6.
Oh.
Man, I'm getting my butt kicked.
He is definitely win-winning.
All right, we're gonna start, and this is gonna be in no particular order. I'm gonna just kind of bounce back and forth between stuff here, between movies, food, and 80s TV shows. Everything's 80s. Everything's in the 80s.
And do we have to guess the top one or just something in the top 10?
I'm gonna give you kind of a descriptors of it, and then you tell me what it is.
Okay.
You just name it. Okay. So
All right.
two nerds make a girl of their dreams on their computer.
Weird science.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good. All right. All right. I got you. All right. We'll stick with movies. See
Okay.
what you guys know. We'll
I thought
do
you
a
were
couple.
throwing them around.
Well, I was, but you know what? We'll go a little bit. Just because I like this one, I know Rob's gonna know this one. Kurt Russell rescues a damsel in distress from a bunch of goons in San Francisco Chinatown.
Overboard.
No.
Goonies?
Tango and Cash.
It's not Tango and Cash.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I would say
Nope. We guess next. We don't know it.
nothing.
Or what is it?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. All right, next.
Okay, next one. And Michelle was actually talking about St. Elmo's Fire, but I didn't put that one in there. Okay, here's this one. A working class high schooler falls in love with a rich guy that doesn't realize.
16 Candles.
Nope. It does
Pretty
have.
in Pink.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
1 point to Christina. There we go.
I'm really sucking at this game.
I loved 16 Candles. I'm just going to tell you.
Michelle, where are you at on this?
I'm losing, babe.
I know.
But thanks for rubbing it in.
I am.
I'm a
All right.
winner today.
All right, here's let's do this one. A New York City cop, John McClane, has a pretty tough night when terrorists take over the Los Angeles.
Die Hard.
There we go, Michelle.
Yes.
Very nice.
A little bit of Bruce Willis there.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see here. You guys would know that one. This one you might not know. The Brat Pack was born in this 1983 coming of age starring Tom Cruise, Matt Dillon, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Patrick Swayze, and Ralph Macchio. It portrayed a group of boys in the 50s. The author was actually a woman that wrote the book. I read it in.
Yeah, I can see it, but I have no idea. I'm not going to remember the title. You should know this. Keith, you should know this. It's, no hand signals over there, Rob, trying to give Christina help.
I'm raising my hand.
It's,
This is the 80s.
If
or
you're not
what,
inside,
Rob?
you are
The Outsiders.
there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So how do we do that? Was that?
Because I can see the
We'll,
picture.
we'll give
Wasn't
each a
it-
point.
That works.
Okay. All
Wasn't
right.
it like them, like by the back of a car, like all lined up? I know I've seen the like thingy. Anyway, next. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
If you're not inside, you're outside.
All right. This gentleman always says that his girlfriend wore a raspberry beret.
Prince.
There we go. What's
Purple
the
Rain.
movie there? All right. All right. 1 point to Michelle over there.
Is he called Prince anymore,
No,
or
he's
is
a
it the
scientist.
artist
He's the artist formerly known as.
And he's
But
back to Prince.
He's back.
Oh, he's back to
yeah.
Prince now.
Yeah.
All right.
That didn't work out for him so well.
Wasn't a great business plan, was it? He did not talk to his peers.
There was no win-win there.
All right, here we go, ladies. This 80s teen queen endures a horrible 16th birthday, a crush on a hunk, and an Asian
16 candles.
All right, one.
Give me the keys, Lisa. I'll drive.
Didn't we just have 16 candles?
She wanted it so
No
bad.
more Yankee, my wanky. The donga need food. I love that movie. I loved Jake Ryan. I had like the worst crush on him.
That's right, we talked about
We
that.
did. Love that movie.
And then we're like, what happened to him? And like, nothing.
The problem with watching a movie like that when you're a teenager is that I feel so bad for my parents because I was like, I'm so wrong. Like, anyway, all right, go on.
All right, this Rolling Stones Cameron Crowe wrote this 1982 classic about a bunch of high school seniors enduring endless
Breakfast Club.
No.
Oh.
Humiliations in San Diego. I can tell you that Mr. Spicoli is in this.
A guess. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Keith got it. There we go.
Oh. I never saw that movie.
You ever saw it?
No.
Way back in the 80s.
Way back in the 80s, I didn't see it.
Did you do the whole neon thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Me too. Love that.
Like
Okay.
Warner's-
This most popular kid in history of the world takes a day off from school with his
Ferris
girlfriend.
Bueller's Day Off.
All right. I'll award them each a point.
Pinch poke, yo me a Coke.
Was that all three of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
All right. So we're gonna go. Let's see. You guys won't know that one. I think.
Well.
I'm just saying that because it's more of a man type of movie. But
Well, you know, Keith is playing here.
oh, Keith. Well, I want it to be fair.
You want it to be fair. Give it to us, babe.
I'm
I
not-
might know
I'm not-
it.
Okay. Here. How about this one? How about this one? A teenager from 1985 travels back to 1955 and fights off an aggressive advances from his mother.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Christina gets it. Sorry,
That was
dear.
the one that only men would get.
No, Blade Runner.
Oh.
Yeah. Would you have known that one?
Only
No.
if you would have said like Wesley.
Yeah, he would have, and that's why I'm trying to make it even. Well, no.
Okay.
All right, I'll be a feminist too. I'm gonna pick all male. All right, this one's food. Okay,
Food.
here we go. Like spicy food, these dangerously choke-inducing balls inspired serious candy egos. Can you handle it? No. Seriously, can you? They came in a slew of sizes depending on your tolerance.
Jawbreakers.
There we go. Christina's got one. Good.
Wow.
So that was an 80s candy?
That was yeah. You don't remember Jawbreakers being?
Oh, of course I do, but I don't
them.
remember it being an 80s. Like we're Pop Rocks, those were another 80s.
Or Fireballs were another.
Fireballs,
Right.
yeah.
Fireballs were
Red
another
Hots.
big one. All right. When the dry fruit world created a anthropomorphized musical group, big things happen. They were dried up fruit.
Fruit Roll-Ups?
No.
Jolly Ranchers?
Think of kind of like cereal.
I'm kind of stuck at the
Grape.
A word that you used.
Anthropomorphized.
What the hell?
They
Yeah,
came,
what
they're,
is
they're, they're from
anthropomorphized?
California, and they sang a soul group, and they were, let's say, well,
This is a food band?
Raisin Bran?
it was kind of like it's got the word raisin in it, but they were from California.
Raisinets.
No,
Craisins.
no. Do I need to play some music for you guys?
Is this a group, babe?
I thought this was a food.
It is, but it is a food. But it is. There was a big. What'd you say?
California Raisins?
There we go.
There you go.
California raisins.
All right.
Oh, so there was a group
Yeah.
called California
Yeah.
Raisins, and then the food. Ah, gotcha.
All right. These type of chips, fried corn chips.
Fritos.
No. but you're close.
Oh.
They're made by...
Funyuns.
No, but they're corn chips. They're not the nacho flavored.
Chili cheese?
Not chili cheese.
Doritos?
Too late for that.
Doritos. They are Doritos, but what kind of Doritos? What flavor?
Nacho Doritos?
Nope. She already said nachos.
I did.
Yes.
Cool Ranch.
There we go. Award 1 for Michelle.
All right.
Let's go back to this Billie Jean not being my lover song.
All right. Here we go. This creamy plus citrus sounds like a wretched marriage, and it's excerpt, but let's just say it's where you mix dairy and orange together. It's a drink, and you get it in the mall, but you don't see
Orange Julius?
The Orange Julius.
Oh.
All right. These last two, because we're coming up
running
against
out of
our time. It was a soda of the 80s. Had 3
7
letters.
Up.
No, 3 letters.
No, 3 letters.
Tab.
There you
Michelle.
go. Nice.
I should have had that tattooed on
All right.
me.
In the
got
same
that 7
category
Up.
of thinking thin, what's up, Rob? What does Rob have? Rob's got something.
In interest of time, let me give you a quick tally. I got Michelle with 7, and Christina and Keith tied with 10.
Oh, all right. We'll do 3 more questions. That will give Michelle. Maybe we can tie it up, or maybe.
All right, lightning round. Let's
here
go.
we go.
Let's go.
All right. In the same sentence, it was drawn of a low-fat gastronomical revolution. Scientists realized that they could create healthy chicken teriyaki meals from sodium phosphates, modified cornstarch, high fructose
Lean
corn.
cuisine.
There we go.
Oh!
Scary.
Are you kidding me? Look at
Did
her.
you get my mark for tab?
Yeah, we got.
Okay. I want to make sure Rob got it. Okay.
All right, next.
All right. Let's see here. I'm just gonna sing the song. You tell me what this TV show is. This is all TV shows.
This is awesome.
Okay. You take the good. You take the bad.
Facts of life.
All right.
Who was your favorite?
All right.
Joe?
Trudy.
It was always having a blast hanging out with Balky and his cousin Larry. They're both cousins, but they never met before they moved to San Francisco.
Oh, shit. The one guy was like
I
not
know
American,
this.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
They're strangers, but what kind of strangers are they?
Perfect strangers.
All right, Michelle, give it to
nice.
Michelle. All right. All right, every time this guy walked into a bar, they would say his name. The entire bar.
Cheers.
Norm. Cheers.
All right, one.
I knew the name. All right, everybody.
What's the score?
What do we got, Rob?
I think Keith won.
We
Or
didn't
you.
really get anywhere on that last lightning round, but Michelle with 9, and Christina and Keith tied with 11. One more question for a tiebreaker.
We gonna do one more, ladies?
We gotta do a tiebreaker.
Or,
All right.
or we could leave it at a win-win.
Oh.
You guys want to leave it a win-win?
All right, we're gonna leave it as a win-win.
All right.
So what we learned today is I am the only loser on the show today. No, I'm just kidding.
But between Keith and I, we got a win-win.
That's right.
Keith, thank you for joining us. Thank you
Pleasure.
for being part of the game. Definitely, I want everyone to go check out Win-Win Fire Teams. Connect with Keith because he's got a darn good deal for you. We'll be back next week. This is No Limits Radio. Check out all the other great shows that are part of Vets on Media.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bright